Hello, everyone, family, friends, and all of you listening right now. I want to share something that could completely change your life's direction. Something so real and powerful that it deserves your full attention. Here it is. Incredible blessings are heading your way right now. Yes, you heard that right. The moment you've been hoping for, the breakthrough you've been praying about, that opportunity you've been waiting to walk through. It's coming. Your life is about to experience amazing changes in ways you never expected. Take a moment to really think about this. Amazing blessings. Not slow improvements that barely make a difference, but sudden changes like lightning from clear skies. Like dam gates opening wide, like ocean waves, lifting you higher than ever before. Quick blessings that rewrite your story, reshape your future, and transform everything around you. Many of us have been waiting, hoping, working hard, dealing with challenges and disappointments, maybe feeling stuck or ignored. We've prayed and prayed, sometimes wondering if anyone heard us. But today, I want you to know without any doubt that your season is changing. Your moment is arriving. Divine favor is real, it's sudden, and it's meant for you. Divine favor is one of the most amazing forces in life. It's more than luck or chance. Favor is supernatural blessing, divine help in your life. It opens doors that no one can close, brings opportunities you didn't earn on your own, and creates breakthroughs that make no logical sense. It's the divine advantage that pushes you towards success, breakthrough, and reaching new heights. The Bible tells many stories of sudden divine favor. Consider Joseph from the Old Testament. His brothers sold him into slavery. He was thrown in prison unfairly, yet divine favor was on him. One day, suddenly, he was pulled from prison and promoted to the highest position in the land, second only to Pharaoh himself. That's the power of divine favor, moving quickly and powerfully to change someone's life overnight. Or think about Esther, a young woman who found herself in a dangerous palace situation. When her people faced destruction, divine favor positioned her exactly where she needed to be at exactly the right time. Suddenly, she became queen and used her influence to save her people. Favor is a divine appointment. Your life is about to be divinely appointed to something greater. Maybe you feel like you've been waiting forever. Maybe you've been through times when doors slammed shut, or you felt invisible and unheard. But I want to tell you this, when divine favor comes, it's not just a small breakthrough. It's a breakthrough that exceeds all your expectations. It's a breakthrough so great, so undeniable, so miraculous, that everyone will see it and know it comes from above. Sometimes favor looks like sudden promotion. Maybe a job opportunity that seemed impossible. A business deal that comes through at the last minute. A relationship that suddenly improved. Sometimes favor means supernatural provision. Money when you didn't expect it. Help from unexpected places, or resources showing up just when needed. Right? Sometimes favor brings healing and restoration where there was once pain and brokenness. Whatever area of your life you're facing, whether it's your finances, your career, your health, your family, or your dreams, divine favor is about to enter that space. It's about to bring unexpected growth, sudden success, and overwhelming blessing. But here's the key, favor often comes after faithfulness. It comes after you've refused to give up, after you've kept going even when it seemed hopeless, after you've prayed and hoped and trusted even when you couldn't see the way forward. Favor doesn't mean you won't have difficult days or struggles, but it means that in the middle of those struggles, the divine is working behind the scenes. And when the time is right, favor breaks through. You might be thinking, how do I position myself for this sudden favor? How do I make sure I don't miss it when it comes? The answer is straightforward, but it requires your heart. First, you have to believe. Believe that divine favor is real and that it's coming to you. Believe that your life is not defined by your past, by your mistakes, or by your setbacks. Believe that there's a good plan for you and that favor will propel you into your destiny. Second, stay faithful. Keep doing what you're called to do. Keep walking with integrity, keep serving others, keep working diligently, and keep praying persistently. Favor often comes to those who don't give up, who continue to plant seeds even when they don't see immediate results. Your faithfulness is like fertile soil where divine favor can take root and grow. Third, prepare yourself to receive it. Sometimes favor can come so suddenly that if you're not ready, you might miss it. Prepare your heart, your mind, and your spirit to step into this new season. Get ready to accept new responsibilities, new opportunities, and new challenges. Clean up your life from anything that might hold you back: bitterness, unforgiveness, fear, or doubt. And remember, favor is not just about receiving. It's about being a channel of blessing to others. When divine favor shows up in your life, it's so that you can bless those around you. You become a testimony, a light, and an encouragement to those who are still waiting for their breakthrough. Favor is contagious. It inspires others to believe and to expect miracles too. I want you to imagine for a moment what your life will look like when this sudden favor hits. Imagine doors opening that were previously closed. Imagine opportunities you never thought possible falling into your lap. Imagine peace replacing anxiety, hope replacing despair, and joy replacing frustration. Imagine your family being lifted up, your dreams coming true, and your purpose being fulfilled in ways that amaze you. Your life will experience incredible changes because divine favor is unstoppable. It doesn't come quietly. It comes with power and authority. It silences doubt, defeats the enemy's plans, and causes the whole world to take notice. When favor comes, it doesn't just change your circumstances, it changes your identity. You start to see yourself the way you're meant to be seen: favored, chosen, empowered, and unstoppable. I know some of you might be thinking, but I don't feel ready. I don't feel worthy. Let me tell you this: you don't have to be perfect to receive divine favor. You just have to be willing. Divine favor is not earned by perfection. It's given by grace. You are loved just as you are and meant to be blessed just as you are. Your past mistakes do not disqualify you. Your failures do not define you. Divine favor can wash over you and wipe the slate clean. You don't have to have it all together. You just have to open your heart and say, "I'm ready for your favor. I'm ready for you to move in my life like never before." And when you do that, watch how the impossible becomes possible, how obstacles melt away, and how blessings start raining down. There's a scripture that says, "For the Lord your God is the one who goes with you to fight for you, against your enemies to give you victory." Deuteronomy Arthur Sooth. Imagine divine forces fighting for you, clearing the way, and causing favor to chase after you. That's exactly what's coming your way: divine help, divine strategy, and divine victory. And this favor is not just for a moment, it's for a lifetime. It's favor that sets you up for long-term success, joy, and fulfillment. When divine favor comes, it changes the course of your life forever. It's a game changer, a life changer, and a destiny changer. So today, as you listen to these words, I want you to make a declaration. Say it out loud if you can. Divine favor is coming for me. My life is about to experience incredible changes. I am ready to receive it. I am ready to walk in it. I am ready to be a testimony of goodness, Believe it. Declare it. Receive it. Your breakthrough is not just a dream. It's a reality that's knocking on your door. Open up and let divine favor flood into every area of your life. Watch your relationships transform, your finances multiply, your health restore, and your purpose ignite. You are about to experience the unexpected, the extraordinary, and the miraculous. Divine favor is about to cause your life to explode with blessings so big, so powerful, and so undeniable that you'll never be the same again. Hold on to this truth. No matter what you've been through, no matter how long you've waited, divine favor is on the way. It's coming suddenly, powerfully, and overwhelmingly. Your life is about to experience incredible changes, and the world will stand back in awe. Get ready, because your season of sudden favor is here. Your breakthrough is here. Your victory is here. Your life is about to be forever changed by divine intervention. And as this favor comes, remember to give thanks. Thank for what's about to happen. Thank in advance for the blessings that haven't even appeared yet. Gratitude is the magnet that attracts more favor. When you give thanks, you make room for more blessings to flow. So stand tall, keep your eyes fixed above, and prepare yourself to receive sudden favor. Your life is about to be the loudest testimony of divine goodness the world has ever seen. Divine favor is sudden and powerful. This is not a gentle nudge or a slow-moving wave. It is a force that breaks through walls, shatters ceilings, and changes the entire landscape of your life almost instantly. Imagine standing in a room with a roof overhead, feeling confined, limited, and unsure of how you will ever break free. Then suddenly, the roof is blown away, and you find yourself looking up at endless possibilities and open skies. This is what sudden divine favor does. It's like a divine explosion of blessing that lifts you beyond your current limitations and propels you forward in ways you never thought possible. Favor is a supernatural advantage given by the divine, not something earned through human effort or merit. It is divine intervention that opens doors that no one else can open, causes circumstances to align in your favor, and brings unexpected blessings that when favor hits your life, it's a game changer. It's the moment when your prayers, your hard work, and your hopes suddenly converge with perfect timing and power. Think about the stories we see throughout history and Scripture. Joseph's life is a perfect example. He went from being sold into slavery by his own brothers to being falsely accused and thrown into prison. Yet, despite the injustice and hardship, divine favor was on him. Then suddenly, out of nowhere, Pharaoh's king's cupbearer remembered Joseph. Pharaoh called for him, and in one moment Joseph was taken from a dark prison cell to become second in command of all Egypt. This wasn't a slow climb or gradual promotion. It was sudden and powerful favor that changed his entire destiny overnight. Joseph's life exploded with favor, not because of what he had done, but because divine intervention moved swiftly and powerfully on his behalf. Favor often surprises us. It shows up when we least expect it, and when we feel like giving up or have already endured long seasons of waiting. Sometimes favor is like a surprise gift that lands in your lap when you're down to your last hope. It could be a sudden job offer when you thought all doors were closed. It could be an unexpected financial blessing just when you needed it most. It could be a healing that doctors never saw coming. It could be a reconciliation in a broken relationship that seemed impossible to repair. Whatever form it takes, favor is always sudden and always powerful because it comes directly from divine love and intervention. The power of divine favor is undeniable. It silences doubts, defeats the enemy's plans, and makes the impossible possible. When divine favor is upon you, you begin to walk in a realm where obstacles that once seemed insurmountable simply dissolve. It's like having a supernatural force pushing you forward, making every step easier and every challenge smaller. Suddenly, what once seemed like a mountain is just a small hill. Favor doesn't just make life easier. It elevates you into a new reality where blessings multiply and success follows. It's important to understand that favor is not random luck or coincidence. Favor is deliberate and purposeful. It is a way of showing love, approval, and divine plan for your life. When you experience sudden favor, it's a sign that everything in the spiritual and natural realms is being aligned for your good. The stage is being set for you to fulfill your purpose, to step into your calling, and to live the abundant life that was promised. Sometimes we might feel unworthy or wonder why we would be chosen for favor. But divine favor doesn't depend on our perfection or performance. It depends on grace and promises. There is delight in showing favor to those who trust, who keep their eyes fixed above, even when the way is unclear. There is love in surprising children with sudden blessings and breakthroughs, reminding us that divine ways are higher than our ways. Divine favor also brings with it a sense of joy and celebration. When favor arrives, it's a cause for rejoicing because it confirms that divine presence is active in your life. It's a moment when you can look back and see how all the pieces fit together, how all the waiting was worth it, and how divine intervention was never absent. Favor is a tangible reminder that you are not alone, that your future is bright, and that divine promises are true. As you prepare to receive sudden divine favor, know that it is coming with power. It will lift you out of hardship, elevate your status, and open new doors. It will surprise you, overwhelm you, and change your life forever. Favor will blow the roof off your limitations and set you free to live the abundant, victorious life destined for you. So hold on to hope. Keep your faith strong. Expect sudden divine favor to show up and move mightily in your life. When it comes, you will know it because it will be unmistakable, undeniable, and unstoppable. Your life is about to explode with favor, and nothing will ever be the same again. Favor comes after faithfulness. This is a profound truth that many people overlook or misunderstand. Sometimes we expect blessings and breakthroughs to arrive instantly without realizing that there is a process, a divine prep. Faithfulness is the foundation upon which favor rests. It's the steady, consistent, and sometimes difficult walk of trust and obedience that positions you to receive sudden and powerful divine favor. Faithfulness means showing up even when you don't see immediate results. It means doing what you know is right, even when it's hard, inconvenient, or when no one is watching. It means continuing to work, pray, serve, and believe, even in seasons of waiting, silence, or struggle. Faithfulness is about staying committed to the divine plan for your life, no matter what challenges or setbacks come your way. Many of the greatest stories of favor in the Bible follow seasons of faithfulness. Joseph's faithfulness in prison is a perfect example. Despite being wrongfully imprisoned and forgotten, Joseph did not give up. He served faithfully, maintaining integrity and trusting. His faithfulness prepared him for the sudden favor that elevated him from prison to the palace. This teaches us that favor often comes to those who endure the waiting room with perseverance and hope. Faithfulness is not always easy. Sometimes it feels like you are giving more than you are receiving. You may work tirelessly, pray fervently, and stay hopeful only to feel stuck or overlooked. But faithfulness is the character that divine forces honor. It's the commitment to keep planting seeds even when you haven't yet seen the harvest. It's the willingness to keep pushing forward even when the road is rough and uncertain. Right? When you remain faithful, you are demonstrating your trust in divine timing and promises. You are saying, I don't see the breakthrough yet, but I trust. I don't understand the delay, but I believe there's a plan. I don't know how this will end, but I'm committed to the journey. This kind of faithfulness is powerful because it aligns your heart with divine will and prepares you to receive favor fully. Divine favor is often reserved for those who have proven their faithfulness in small things. Scripture teaches that those who are faithful in little things will be entrusted with much. Faithfulness builds character, strength, and endurance. It prepares you for the responsibility that comes with favor. Because favor is not just about receiving blessings. It's about stewardship and using those blessings wisely. Sometimes the waiting period tests your faithfulness. It challenges your patience, your hope, and your commitment. But it's important to remember that waiting is not wasted time. Waiting is a season of growth, refinement, and preparation. It's a time when divine forces work behind the scenes, aligning circumstances and positioning people and opportunities in your favor. Your faithfulness during this time proves that you are ready for the favor to come. When favor finally arrives, it often arrives suddenly. But that suddenness is built on the foundation of faithfulness. The breakthrough you experience is the fruit of seeds planted, watered, and nurtured over time. It's the reward for keeping your eyes fixed above and refusing to quit. Without faithfulness, sudden favor can be fleeting or misused. But with faithfulness, favor becomes a lasting blessing that changes the course of your life. Faithfulness also means staying true to your values and integrity, even when the world tempts you to compromise. Favor that comes without faithfulness can lead to pride, selfishness, or misuse of blessings. But favor that comes after faithfulness is rooted in humility and gratitude. It produces a heart that recognizes divine sources as the origin of every blessing and uses those blessings to bless others. The story of Daniel is another example of faithfulness leading to favor. Daniel remained faithful to divine commands, even in a foreign land surrounded by opposition. His unwavering commitment and integrity positioned him for divine favor, leading to promotion and influence. Daniel's faithfulness wasn't just about obedience. It was about trusting through every challenge and standing firm in his beliefs. Your faithfulness might look different depending on your season. It could be faithfully managing your current job, faithfully raising your family, faithfully serving in your community, or faithfully nurturing your gifts and talents. No matter what your role, faithfulness means doing it with a heart fully committed and a spirit unwilling to quit. When you feel like giving up, remember that favor often comes right after the test of faithfulness. The moment you think you can't go any further is often the moment divine forces are about to shift things in your favor. Your faithfulness has not gone unnoticed. Preparation is happening to reward your commitment and loyalty with blessings that will exceed your expectations. In fact, faithfulness is a form of worship. It honors by showing that you trust above all else. It says, I'm not just interested in the blessings. I'm committed to the relationship. This kind of faithfulness attracts divine favor because it reflects a heart that values the relationship above the reward. So as you wait for sudden divine favor, ask yourself, am I faithful in the little things? Am I consistent in my prayers, my work, my service, and my trust? If the answer is yes, then know that your favor is coming. Your faithfulness has prepared the way for divine power to move in your life, suddenly and mightily. Keep walking in faithfulness even when it's difficult. Keep trusting, keep praying, and keep believing. Your breakthrough is on its way. And when it arrives, it will blow the roof off your life because it is the reward for your steadfast faithfulness. And believing and positioning yourself for favor is a vital part of receiving the blessings prepared for you. Without belief, favor cannot fully manifest in your life. Faith is the soil in which favor grows. It is the mindset that invites divine blessings and allows them to take root. To believe means to trust completely in divine goodness, power, and timing, even when circumstances look uncertain or discouraging. It is to hold on to the promise that divine favor is not just possible, but destined for you. Now, belief is the starting point of every miracle. Without it, doors remain closed, opportunities pass by unnoticed, and breakthroughs are delayed. When you believe, you are essentially saying, I trust you to work on my behalf. I am ready for what you have promised. This trust invites divine favor to move into your life with greater speed and power. The Bible often reminds us that faith as small as a mustard seed can move mountains. Similarly, believing positions you to receive divine favor, no matter how big the mountain in front of you may seem. But believing is not just about hope or wishful thinking. It is an active, intentional stance. It means you speak life over your situation, declare divine promises out loud, and refuse to allow doubt or fear to take root in your heart. Okay? When you believe, you start to see possibilities where others see problems. You begin to think differently, act differently, and open yourself to new opportunities. Belief reshapes your attitude and behavior in a way that aligns with divine favor. Positioning yourself for favor means more than just waiting passively for blessings to fall into your lap. It means preparing yourself spiritually, mentally, and practically to receive what is being sent your way. You don't just wait for favor. You actively get ready for it. This preparation involves cultivating a mindset of gratitude, humility, and expectation. It means removing obstacles like unforgiveness, doubt, and fear that block the flow of favor in your life. Positioning also requires action. Faith without works is dead, and belief without action often leads to missed opportunities. When you believe divine forces are about to bless you, start taking steps that align with that belief. This might mean applying for that job you feel unqualified for, starting a project you've been postponing, or reaching out to someone who can help you grow. Your actions demonstrate your readiness to receive and your willingness to partner with divine favor. Another key part of positioning yourself for favor is surrounding yourself with the right influences. Favor thrives in an environment where encouragement, positivity, and faith flourish. And seek out people who believe in your potential, who uplift you, and who challenge you to grow. Avoid negativity and discouragement because doubt can quickly extinguish the flame of belief. When you surround yourself with faith-filled people, your own belief is strengthened and your readiness for favor increases. Spiritual preparation is crucial. Regular prayer, meditation on divine promises, and worship create fertile ground for favor. When your spirit is aligned with divine will, you position yourself to hear clearly and recognize the opportunities being placed before you. Divine favor often comes through divine appointments, unexpected encounters, and open doors that only spiritual sensitivity can detect. Being spiritually prepared keeps you alert and ready to act when those moments arrive. Belief also means trusting divine timing, which can be one of the hardest parts. Sometimes favor doesn't come when we want it, but when divine wisdom knows we need it. Trusting in perfect timing means surrendering control and being patient. Even when it feels like nothing is happening, this kind of trust positions you in peace, which is a powerful place to receive favor. Divine forces honor those who wait without anxiety or frustration.